Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 4 of the Lost Descendants League on Ruthless. So, we're still sticking with the Storm Reign of Conduit character. I'm having a decent time, but I'm going to tell you right now, the damage is pretty terrible, the clear speed is very janky, the skill itself is very weird because you can't, like, keep shooting to replace the arrows. They have to actually deplete first, but it's alright. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you near the end. Initially, I was planning on just chilling in Tier 1, Tier 2 maps and gaining a couple of levels, but really the only thing I want to do is just get more, Atlas skill tree points, try to get higher tier gear, hopefully get some more support gems. And even though, like, my character is still very squishy, just like my other one, I will say my damage is easily triple or maybe even 4 times more than my other character. It feels so much better. Obviously, the damage is still very low. It still takes me a long time to kill stuff, but I do have the addition of movement speed. I do get to crit, and sometimes the lightning damage, when it rolls high and it crits, you really do see the enemy health drop very quickly. But it's not all the time. I got a unique gavel, I was hoping, but obviously it was just trash. But I mean, hey, you always need those Alk shards, especially if I ever get the yellow maps. I got a barrage support, which is obviously very useless for me, but if I get lucky, I can reroll into 3 to 1, maybe get something cool. And my second unique was also trash. I mean, I could definitely use that on some characters, but not this one. The mapping speed is like, I don't know. And you're like talking about just like, of course, my first aura is trash, by the way. If you're just talking about just like raw clear speed, I think it's about the same as the Crackling Lance. Just because the Crackling Lance can instantly kill white packs from like across the screen, and this character can't. But the single target on the Storm Raid is so much better that I don't care. Like, I would much rather have to like take an extra couple of seconds on a white pack than have to spend like 4 minutes on a boss. You know what I mean? Anyway, haven't really found too much gear for this character, but I am getting a lot of currency. I mean, nothing big, but you have to remember when I was on the Crackling Lance, I had 2 transmutations left. I was pretty concerned I was gonna run out, but now I've got like 15. Are those Surge Binders? Okay. I can't really use them on this character, but sure. I had a couple of Essence Scarabs laying around, so I figured I might as well use them. Normally, I like to save them and wait until I get stuff on the tree, but honestly, I'm so desperate for gear, I just figured I might as well just run them. Maybe use it on some jewelry, maybe a quiver or a bow, maybe I can get lucky. But generally speaking, Essence is not very good unless you invest in it. But I mean, hey, it's like I get to like alch an item without having to waste an alchemy orb, so can't complain too much. Another greed support, which is pretty awesome. Got a nice little 3 to 1. And it's trash. I mean, what do you expect? Obviously, it's not going to be good, but I really can't complain too much. I'm just so thankful I rerolled. If I would have stuck with Crackling Lance, I would have been going so much slower, and I would have had a very bad time. I will say, though, if at some point I do get to reroll as, say, like an occultist or something, or not cultist, sorry. Actually, maybe a cultist. But if I get to like re-roll and maybe get new ascendancies and get something that would be good with it, it would be very fun to try it out in like a real setting. I did get a hex touch, which is pretty useless to me until I get my Uber Lab done. But if I do get Uber Lab, I can use Ellie Weakness, which is kind of cool, I guess. If I ever get Mana 4 Zeros, that would be kind of awesome. So I've noticed some really weird stuff when I'm like mapping. It feels like I do no damage sometimes. And it's only just now that I noticed if you have a little pole down too far away, it won't decay unless you actually zap it all if you use all 4 charges, like this. But if you just have one over there in the corner, until you go about like, here, look, still there. There's no duration. Absolutely no duration at all. It'll just sit there for a very, very long time. There is a set distance, but I don't know how far it is. So basically, if you get stuck with this skill like I do, you have to be very careful not to like shoot one like this and kill one white mob and run away, or else it'll be like 3 or 4 screens until they go away. Here, let's find out. Let's see exactly how far we have to go. I don't know if this is far enough, but I'm gonna guess yes. Maybe. Yeah, they're gone now. So it's not gonna be like an issue when you're just like killing trash, but like sometimes the boss arena, like if it's too close to where you actually like warped into, you have to make sure you run back and have all those despawn, or you're gonna do no damage. So it's a little tedious that you can't just like spam the attack. You actually have to kind of like pay attention and see where you're shooting arrows in a boss fight or whatever. But I will say, now that I've noticed it and I'm actually paying attention to it, it's really not that big of a deal. You just have to like, be mindful of it, take that extra little step if you can to make it drain and then go for the boss or whatever. It's not a big deal, and now that I notice it, my character feels so much better just because I'm playing the skill correctly. Well, maybe not correctly, but I'm playing it better than I was before. Also, another thing I would say, try not to name lock with this. Try to shoot. Oh my god, we got added lightning. Well, we got a usable support. I mean, I can't use it until I get links or the gem levels up, but hey, whatever. And we got a we got a Cade. But I have absolutely no chaos skills, so it's completely useless. But if I do hit level 90, I have an occultist. So I mean, I don't know, maybe I get a cool Chaos Gem and we can use that, I guess. I don't know, possibly. I almost never play Chaos skills, but anyway, I got the most disgusting gloves I possibly could have gotten. Not only does it give me the good life roll, but it also gives me some cold res, gives me some flat damage, and more importantly, now I'm on a 4 link. Granted, it's kind of a scuffed 4 link, but as you can see, I'm doing way more damage than I was. Obviously, I mean, like, I keep saying it, but I just want to be clear. Obviously, my damage is still pretty bad, but now that I'm on a 4 link, it's way more passable than it was. I'm actually like killing rares in decent time. Single target feels so much better, but we still have a long way to go. I got a soul mantle, which I'm almost certainly never going to use, but hey, it's still cool to see. I have been very lucky with Keyrack this time around. I think this is my third or fourth Keyrack mission. I have no investment on the tree or anything like that. I haven't gotten a scouting report yet, but I mean, I'm not going to complain. I did finally hit 75. It was a long, bumpy ride, but now that I'm on a 4 link, it's definitely going a lot quicker. And now that I'm actually doing higher tier maps, it feels so much better. I'm dying less, I'm getting more XP. We have a minefield because this game hates me. It's just a good time. My plan is to just run any map I get that I can get a completion on. I just want to get those points so I can just get more maps and chill. I would like to get to a point though where I can farm just like, I don't know, just brainlessly run like tier 3s or tier 4s, something like that. I, for the first time, was able to not open just one room, but two. I have failed every single incursion so far. This is the first time I've ever even opened a single room, which is pretty awesome. I probably could have killed the boss if I wouldn't have gone for both sides, but now I'm guaranteed to have the boss fight in the temple, which granted is almost certainly going to drop trash, but you never know. It's definitely worth a shot. And we got a scouting report. Man, it's a pretty good map, not going to lie. I did die twice to this boss because he's terrifying and there's Impale, but we got him done. Another +1. I would like to get to 30% before I start investing in anything else, but I mean, I don't know. I might just go to 25. We'll see. Anyway, though, the temple killed me twice because the mods are terrifying. It's crit minus max res, lightning damage, but the boss was very easy. I only died to it once, and I decided to not do the rest of the temple because it was just one-shotting me anyway. Anyway, though, you saw the belt was trash. Went and completed another map. Things are going pretty well. Now that we're on a 4 link, things actually die at a reasonable pace. And now I can run my Kirac missions. I got a second mission from him, which is fantastic. And we dropped our first yellow map. The odds of me getting my Uber fragment are very low, but I mean, I'm also not going to be able to kill that anyway. And by fragment, I mean the offering to the goddess. I did complete the Fungal Hollow. The map was actually a joke. And funny enough, we got an Untainted Paradise. Now, granted, it's only a tier 1, but I'm only level 75, so I should still get insane XP. I was level 75 with like 1%, and we ended at level 76 with 8% left over, which is pretty disgusting. Getting an entire level at this point feels pretty amazing. And then immediately after, Kirak had another map that I needed, which is fantastic. I am now officially done with my tier 1s, my tier 2s, and my tier 3s. I'd like to get 4 and 5 done, and then hopefully we can reliably get some yellow maps dropping. I do need to at some point get another shaping node, but I really don't want to take the lightning one because it's just going to kill me all the time. Got my atoll done, which is another map that I really needed, another tier 4. And now we are up to 25% increased maps found, which is fantastic. It helps so much. And we had our Maven invite, which was a joke. I mean, not invite, but the first time you see her, so you get the beacon. It was no problem at all. I gotta say, the single target is starting to like really feel nice. And funny enough, I dropped the only 2-stone ring I would care about. It gives me so much damage. So much damage. Oh my god. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 76, 52% of the way to 77, which feels amazing. We are still looking for 3 more regrets to take these notes off. I will say, I don't think for most people you would want Master Fletcher, but because we don't get the extra 2 projectiles from like Deadeye or whatever, I think it's actually worth getting. It might not be. I'm sure if you checked out like the DPS or whatever, it's probably not worth it, but it feels so much better when mapping. Anyway, though, we are on a 4 link. Volatility, added chaos, storm rain of the conduit, and added lightning damage support, which feels pretty nice. Obviously, having a barracks grip is disgusting. I cannot believe we dropped this. It was actually even an upgrade to my ring I was currently wearing. I mean, granted, it's not a lot of life, but it's better than 0. And now we're not fire res capped, but I don't care. Still wearing the salute because I have no other amulets at all. It's the only res I have. Hoping to get some upgrades, but I really can't complain too much, even though my bow and quiver are pretty laughably bad. I mean, this 4 link, like, does so much for me. So much. I mean, like, my paper DPS used to be like 3k, now it's 7. Like, even with frenzy charges, I could get to like 4,500. So I'm even double that, basically. Anyway, in terms of currency, we are pretty poor. I've been spending Scour Orbs every now and then just to buy regrets to finish respecking. I just have 3 more to go. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it because I'm bankrupt when it comes to Scours, but at the same time, like 3 skill points does so much. My plan is to come down here and take Mark for Death to get Culling Strike, and then I can get the Mastery. That way enemies can't regenerate life. But what I'm really thinking is like, I don't know, man. If I got lucky and got mana forged arrows, I think you just take off the mastery here and just get marked enemies can't regen, and then you just don't take these 3 points. I don't know, maybe. I'm also really thinking about taking dazzling strikes because not only is just blinding enemies going to help me at least a little bit, not right now because my evasion sucks, but eventually. But it also gives me crit, and then I can take the mastery for even more crit, and crit is very important for this character. The other option is going for Farsight, but Farsight really doesn't help me that much. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's not, like, incredible. Doesn't do a whole lot for me, and I don't really have many other options in terms of damage. Like, I almost went up this way and took, like, Blood Siphon, came up here and whatnot, but it's just so point inefficient, and I'm almost thinking I'm going to take, like, these 3 points here. I don't know, just to get some like more life. Or not this one, but just to get some more life. I don't know. Anyway, in terms of maps, we're doing pretty good. My tier 1s are done, tier 2s are done, 3s are done, and I'm missing 3 4s and 3 5s. Oh, sorry, 4 5s. Very much looking forward to see what this character can do. As you can see though, like spawning 3 at a time, it's just so nice. Anyway, my plans is just to try to hit 77, keep going for map completions. Hopefully, Kirak can keep blessing me with good maps. And most importantly, I need a bow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.